Hey guys, we're here at the Worldview Weekend Conference. I'm with Tina Griffin. She is the counterculture mom. Regular viewers of The New American, you guys know her already. Tina, thank you for being with us.
Yes, thank you for having me. This is awesome.
Tell us, what do you mean by counterculture mom?
Basically, whatever Hollywood tells us we should be or identify with, I just tell people do the opposite. So it's pretty simple. It seems like everybody's going one direction. I'm challenging them, don't let your identity be what Hollywood's trying to tell you, what they're trying to sell you, how you're supposed to look, act, believe. The Worldview Weekend just pretty much explains all that. I challenge people, look at who is promoting those messages, what are they telling you, what consequences are they not revealing, and then is that really safe for you? Is it something that draws you closer to the Lord? And if it doesn't, which most of it doesn't, I tell them do the opposite. And it really does catch on with the kids, because if you, even as parents, can teach your kids why they shouldn't live an ungodly lifestyle, why the celebrities, a lot of them that I actually expose are demon-possessed and admit it, I mean, if you can nail it and give them the proof, which I have a ton on Counterculture Mom on our YouTube channel, that causes kids to then ask, what is truth? How have I been brainwashed? And then I draw them to Christ, give them scripture if I can give scripture, and show them the truth. And that really causes them to become counterculture warriors in the process.
Wait, Tina, are you saying Hollywood has an agenda?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Who would have guessed?
Thought?
So what is the agenda? What are they trying to do?
I think it's a major communist movement. It blows my mind. Back in 1963, there were 45 goals written by communists for America to take over America by 2020. We're in it. And it blows my mind that 44 of the 45 goals have already been fulfilled. The last one is taking over our police force. That is eye-opening to me. And so if we can get them to see, just people in general to see, that the communist movement is all about destroying the family structure, making pornography look completely fine and normal. We have the horrible sex ed classes that are in schools today, which you address very, very well. Love what you've been exposing. I've been talking about condom relay races forever. And Planned Parenthood and their agenda with the school systems, because if we get kids to have sex, then they're going to go out there and have an abortion, and look who makes the cash. Abstinence, there's no money to be made, but guess what? You have your sanity, you're not pregnant at 14, you're not having a sexually transmitted disease, you have a godly lifestyle for yourself, and to give that gift of sex to your husband or wife, opposite sex, on wedding night. So Hollywood has a lot of cash to be made if they promote this agenda of the opposite message, and the communist goal is to destroy that family structure, make pornography look just fine, push the LGBT agenda, to overtake and brainwash everyone in America, to then be their puppets, to go out there and riot, take over businesses, kill business owners, and move this communist agenda right here in America. And it blows my mind. I love America. I was shedding tears in an earlier session here today because I love this country. I'm willing to die for the cause. And I know you are as well. What kind of legacy are we going to leave behind for our kids? That's my main goal. And I'd rather die in the process trying than sitting in a closet saying the rapture is going to happen any minute, because I mean, there's people on the other side of the globe that wish the rapture would have happened and they died for the cause of Christ.
Yeah, that's true. So you were actually there. A lot of people who criticize Hollywood, they haven't actually lived it, but you were there. In the last couple minutes we have left, give us some insight into what it was like to be there with the celebrities, with the cameras and the bright lights.
I will tell you, I loved being on set. I loved the glitz and glamour aspect of it, just because I would wear an abstinence t-shirt while I was on set.
That's awesome.
And it causes conversation to be had. I had film directors saying, hold on a second, we're taking a break, get over here. And I would have an abstinence shirt on. So like, you don't do drugs? I'm like, yeah, no drugs, no sex. What? You're a virgin in Hollywood? Get ready. And then sometimes they make an announcement. I'm like, okay, people, I want to work tomorrow and not. But I didn't feel weird that I was choosing to wait. I just wanted people to realize that just because Hollywood is promoting it doesn't mean we have to live it. And I had a lot of great conversations with people. Brittany Murphy, I worked on set Little Black Book back in 2004. Right before she shot that movie, she did 8 Mile with Marshall Mathers, Eminem, known as Eminem. Huge rapper, huge influencer, telling a bunch of kids about beheadings and murder and sex in his music. I mean, chainsaw, dismemberment.
It's grotesque.
It's disgusting. And so in 8 Mile, she has sex scenes, she does drugs. And so we had a very good conversation, probably lasted 15, 20 minutes on set, if not more. And she said, wait a second, are you Tina Marie Live? Because back then, before I was married, I was Tina Marie Live, not Counterculture Mom. And I said, yes. She goes, you talk about Marshall Mathers, you talk about the graphic, violent lyrics in his music. I said, yes. And she goes, I go, don't you regret doing those scenes in 8 Mile where you have to, because she said she was a Christian. So I said, isn't it hard for you to say you're a Christian and love Jesus and then do the sex scenes and drugs, if you don't mind me asking? She goes, Tina, I feel like I have to do that in order to get ahead in the industry. It rips my heart out. I get off set every day going back home and I feel guilty of what I just promoted to millions of people who are going to watch this movie, something that's very anti what I believe in my heart. I will never forget that conversation. I've been sharing that story for the last 20 years, doing the Hollywood Exposed show, from prisons to cruise ships to school assemblies, online summits, you name it, just because I didn't realize before I met her, I was thinking, shame on the celebrities for promoting this message. After meeting Brittany Murphy, I was like, these filmmakers, these directors, these producers, these agents are forcing so many actors, even young actors, child actors, to say lines, dress inappropriately, and promote behaviors that they themselves feel like they're hogtied, like they have to do it, or they won't get paid, or they won't get another show or movie on their resume. So it was an eye-opener for me.
Tina, where can people find your work? What's the best website? And I know you do stuff through the phones. How can people find you?
Absolutely. Counterculturemom.com is our website. Our top resource, without a doubt, is our Counterculture Mom app. Download it, and we have a premium section that's $2.99 a month. Seriously, all that cash goes towards my team of 18 people. I don't take a dime from the ministry. Whenever I speak, that honorarium goes to pay the people that are on my team, because every time we have more cash coming in, I want to hire more people. We can't keep up with those alerts. So Counterculture Mom app, download the premium section, and then you can see trending news stories. We go through 80 different RSS feeds a day on our team to make sure parents get the power back in their hands and know what's coming out for video games, TV shows, magazines, Netflix series, so they can have a conversation with their kid and help guide them through this chaos of pop culture, saying, you know what, I know that app is totally safe, but that video game, absolutely not, and here's why. And then we give them solutions to know how to talk to their kids, not just, no, we're going to bar you from that, because then they become rebellious. Yeah. But if we can teach our kids why it's not a good choice, or have them tell us why it's not a good choice, they own that, and when they leave the house, they're not dead or in prison. Yeah. But they have a godly foundation on making wise choices for themselves, and then soon after their own kids.
Yeah. Yeah, and folks, I can tell you my wife uses the app. She loves it. It's
so
awesome.
Funny. I love that.
And her name is Tina, too. So thank you very much, Tina. Appreciate you. God bless.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys, and keep up the great work. It's tough, but it's well worth it.
Thank you so much, Tina.
Thank you.